Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Sean,
And I'm Mike.
and we're going to drink and talk about comics.
That's what we
We're
do.
we're at the end of our common beers right now until I travel up by Mike in a couple weeks. So, Mike, we're doing freestyle. What are you drinking today, sir?
So today I'm drinking New Glarus Tallywagger Amber. Um, it is an easygoing Tallywagger Amber, plays well with others. No matter if you choose to bring some home or enjoy on a brief escape at your local happy hour. This amber is perfect companion, both smooth and approachable. Brewed with malted barley from Wisconsin and our cousin state of Minnesota. When days are short and work is long, this friendly greeting will set your tail wagging too. Cheers.
So, is this
Yeah.
a seasonal?
Ooh. I think it might be. I've never
I
seen
just
it before.
noticing that in the verbiage, like when days are short and work is long, so it suggests like a
Yeah.
winter beer. Although amber traditionally could be year round, but
No, I
uh,
think they keep theirs a little short. I think this one's on the short list.
I have my neighbor Vince brought me the other day. He went into Nashville and brought back from Tenfold Brewery, but ten is spelled with two N's, like Tennessee. He got me a couple cans of their oatmeal stout. I've never had anything by this brewery before. This is totally new. This is the Spearfinger Oatmeal Stout, 5.6% ABV. This was filled on Friday the 13th. So we're gonna crack this fucker open
Ooh.
and. So let's get down to brass tacks here.
Brass.
We didn't know we were going to cover this week, and then we finished recording last Monday, and I think on Tuesday you messaged me like, well, don't look ahead, no spoilers, but we'll be covering Transformers number 30.
Yeah.
And goddamn if you're not right. So folks, if you have not read Transformers number 30 and you intend to read Transformers number 30, turn us off.
It's been a week. What took you so long?
This is huge fucking spoilage right here.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, you've been warned. Uh, so, wow.
Yeah, who knew Megatron and Optimus Prime were lovers?
Basically, what we have here is Alita 1 shows up at the end of 29, comes from Cybertron, goes on the space bridge to Earth, and basically calls Optimus Prime out and says, "What the fuck are you doing here? Who gives a shit about this planet when the Autobots are dying, losing the war on Cybertron? You've betrayed us," right? And she's a very militant character. I don't know the other iterations of her. I think she was on the cartoon at one point.
She was on a cartoon once. She has a big role in Transformers 1. And she's shown up in here and there in other cartoons. But yeah.
Okay. I don't know if she's as militant in those. She is fucking militant.
No. Yes. Well, wars, she's been fighting a war for a million years while Optimus Prime's been sleeping his butt off. And
So basically, they get into a fight, and Optimus isn't. He's like, "I'm not going to fight you." And then she's basically like, "You don't deserve to be Prime anymore." And he's like, "Look, this isn't how you get the Matrix." She's like trying to rip his chest open. He's like, "Stop it. Let's just let me open my chest, and if the Matrix wants you, it'll let us know." And she takes the Matrix, accepts it, becomes Alita Prime, and Optimus Prime goes back to being Optimus.
just Optimus, not Orion Pax, which I was kind of shocked by because that's
So
his
I
name
think it's
before
the same
Optimus.
character, and they're just calling
Yeah.
him Optimus just so it's not
Yeah.
confusing. Because I have that figure from a couple years ago. It was like it was from the cartoon, the passing of from what's the guy that gives him the Matrix, the old guy with the metal beard.
Oh, Alpha Trion.
So it's like Alpha Trion and Prime and some fucking disco ball thing.
That's the Vector Sigma?
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty sure he looks basically the same, but I mean the big difference here, he looks
Kinda.
younger and he's no longer got the mouth guard. What did you think of this?
I liked it. It was a change up I was not expecting. I can't wait to see what. I can't wait to go out and buy my Alita Prime action figure.
They haven't
Just
done.
like
I thought that would be
they
up on
have
Hasbro
not, but
Pulse like within a
they
week, but it
will.
hasn't.
They will eventually. I like the shakeup of the team. Um,
Yes.
I kind of feel like there's some people I'm sad that are gone, but I'm sure we're going to see the adventures of Alita Prime in future books. It's not just going to
Yes.
be Optimus Prime on this one. Um, yeah, it's I solid, just straight up Autobot story. No Decepticons, no sidetracking. Just polishing off with some more of the stuff that Kirkman was setting up, I guess.
This is what Kirkman's good at, man. This is reminds me of Walking
Yeah,
Dead, which those I didn't have a pre-existing continuity in my head or expectations for those characters, so that was really like you don't know what's going to happen. But this might be even more crazy because, I mean, not crazy, but just like, wow, like in all the iterations of Transformers, many of which I'm not familiar with, most of which I'm probably not familiar with.
yeah.
I don't think that this has happened before.
No, I don't think I've ever seen Optimus Prime. I think I've heard like there's shows where he kind of gave up the Matrix's leadership to kind of do this, but not to the point where he's no longer an Autobot or you're stuck on Earth. We're done with you. You're doing your own thing here. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Um,
I didn't even realize until you just said that.
yeah. He.
All of their Autobot insignias are scratched out.
Yeah. I don't know why I just didn't paint over it, but scratched out. Okay. So they're gonna be called something else now? Like
Well, okay. So first of all, this week, uh, the new issue of GI Joe comes out. It's 20, maybe. I think it's issue 20, and
yes.
I've been looking at that cover in solicitation for a couple months. We talked about it a couple months ago because I was like, "Oh, look at this," and it's like Optimus Prime with Duke in front of him, and the solicitation blurb something like, "Finally they meet," right?
Yeah.
And I love that cover was. They knew where we'd be, but they're like, "Well, we can't give it away, so just make the cover art Optimus Prime."
Well, I mean, does that
I
take
love
place
that.
before this issue or after this issue? You'll
I'm
find out
hoping after
this week.
because,
I
dude,
kind of do too.
I'm really wondering if there's going to be like I don't think they're gonna, in that last GI Joe, the whole idea that Clutch is like, Hound is a Joe, and Duke is like, no, Robot's a Joe. But I'm really wondering if they're gonna end up as like kind of one force.
Eventually, I'd assume they will. I don't think so just quite. I can't see it happening just yet.
No, I don't think it'll happen
Too
yet. We got
soon.
to pave the
Yeah.
way for it. But I mean, I, will we see them with GI Joe insignias on them? I mean, that might be a little goofy, but also I
Yeah.
would be like, holy, that's some balls right there. Like, wow.
It definitely would be interesting. And then you got to work in Mask.
Well, and yeah, that's the other
And then,
thing. So, oh
and then
man.
Snake Eyes.
Well, we can hold off on Snake Eyes. I mean,
Yeah.
I almost asked you to read the latest issue of Hama's Real American Hero because it's a standalone issue, and it was really good. And it's like Duke, Roblox, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and one other guy that's a newer character are like in some country trying to get this political prisoner out, and they ended up getting like their transport gets fragged and they end up in this abandoned building holding the position. It was really good. And I was reminded, in that book now, Snake Eyes can speak.
I thought it was a different Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes died. I didn't read any of this.
Oh,
I read about this like online. Like, wait, why does he talk? So I looked it up. He died, and they had a clone, like the same kind of Serpentor technology or whatever. They cloned him, so the new one can talk.
okay.
But anyway, it reminded me how much I like Snake Eyes, but I don't really want him in the Energon universe at all. It's just a different thing. It's just a different thing.
I still think, is it Risk? I think Risk will eventually be Snake Eyes. Like
That's a
something will
really
happen to Risk, and
interesting.
then yeah,
That's really interesting.
yeah. But I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. The new Energon, the free comic book day Energon thing's coming. There's usually some sort of major drop in that always kind of makes
Oh
everything
yeah.
intriguing. So we'll have to wait and see when that comes out.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
So I think you had suggested, and just as like a preview for the readers, I think we're going to go back to covering with Mask. Do you remember when Mask #1 comes out?
Probably 2 or 3 months away. That was just announced
Like last week or 2 weeks ago, I think, right?
last month. It was announced, but the solicitation came up in last month's previews.
Point being, like you had brought up, maybe we'll go back to doing Drunk on Energon and just cover the Energon books like once a month. So look for that to
Yeah.
happen if you watch the show. That way, I mean, honestly, it's weird right now because I look at my poll every week, and there, it's a lot of these childhood IPs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of the stuff that I've been, there's not a lot of like, for lack of a better way to say it, like Vertigo-esque or Image or I mean, these are Image, but you know what I mean, like creator-owned, like mature kind of stuff. There's just not. And
No.
that's weird for me, but also it affects the way we do the show. Like if you had told me 2 years ago, most of what we would cover on the show is Batman and G.I. Joe and Transformers, I would have been like, what? Get out of here. But, I mean,
Yeah. I almost feel bad because like these are the things I love, and I kind of more drag you
well,
into it almost than
no, I don't feel bad. I mean, these are also
no.
quality books. If something sucks, I ain't reading it no matter what. I mean, you know
Yeah.
me, and I won't do that. And also, I'll eventually come around. If I'm wrong, I'll admit to being wrong, hence.
Oh yeah, baby. Sean was wrong. Sean was wrong. Sean was wrong. He was wrong. Sean was wrong.
Sean is wrong.
But it's just it affects the way we do the show, and I just remember doing the show back in like Manhattan Beach. That was a golden time for like, I mean, all we talked about, it feels like for years. I mean, there was a little bit of Big Two stuff, but most of it was creator-owned stuff, and I don't know. There's just not a ton of that right now, and I mean, the door swings both ways. At some point, there'll be more,
Yeah.
but it is what it is, So
It is a good time to be nostalgic on this, like
Yeah.
because Robert Kirkman restarted this relatively recently.
yeah,
It's easy to get into. It's it's good. It's yeah, and it's what we've always wanted, that cohesive universe
yep,
tied in together. Kirkman's our age. He's doing what we've always wanted to do when we played with our toys.
yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's fun watching him play with his toys.
Any thoughts on the final page? So we've got, I think it's like 11 Autobots that
So
remain
yeah,
on Earth.
so we got 4 aerial bots, right?
Yeah, 4. So because the other one's dead, right?
So does that mean Thundercracker's going to become an arm?
We talked about this previously, and I really think that might happen. Like, I don't think it's any. They're going to at some point need Superion because we've got Devastator and Bruticus on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Or if they're not on Earth, I know Devastator is. I don't remember if Bruticus went back, but either way, like they're going to need Superion, and I really think that might happen.
And then we got Alita. No.
No.
RC Ultra
RC Magnus. Yeah.
RC Magnus. There we go.
RC Magnus.
Which cracked me up because when I opened up this issue, I was like, oh, the whole reason why I looked through was like, do we get to see her alt mode?
Oh.
I was like, no, but we do get another character who just became
Yeah.
Beachcomber. So yeah, he's okay.
He's a
Then we got
pacifist, so I don't know what good it's going to do.
Hey, Jazz, what's going on, man? Wheeljack, so they got medic / scientist guys. So
Yep.
that's useful. Yay, Cliff Jumper's back.
Cliff Jumper, yep.
Yay. I'm so not excited about that.
He's fine. I agree, but it's fine, whatever.
Yeah. Or Red Bumblebee, as I like to call
Yeah, basically.
him. And then that new guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Carly's van.
Yeah. Yeah, Carly's van. And then old Optimus. So I was shocked that they got rid of
Young Optimus.
Yeah. Well, he's a million years old, man. He's still...
Well, yeah. Wait, so I'm sorry. You're shocked that they got rid of what?
Bulkhead. They just introduced him and then he disappeared. I think Mirage left too, and they just introduced him.
Yeah, Blaster left, Ultra Magnus left, Jetfire left, or Skyfire, whatever the fuck his name is.
They're taking
Prowl left.
Bumblebee, taking Bumblebee to go fix him. So Bumblebee will be back soon, I bet. Same with Ratchet, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's an interesting team up. So somewhere out there, Hound is still around.
Yeah, and I'm curious. So Trailblazer, they must be just writing his ass off because, like,
he got ripped to shreds.
He got ripped to shreds, and like on the first page, it's like Cliffjumper sees him, and I mean, it doesn't even look like an Autobot. You can kind of see an arm and part of a leg, but mostly it's just like scrap. So.
Yeah. Oh my Trailbreaker. Oh. Yeah.
That was a solid issue, man. I really enjoyed this.
It was. It's a good end to the first block.
Yeah.
I guess this is Dan Mora's last issue. Did you read that?
I did not. Wow, that went fucking fast.
Yeah, he was only on it for 6 issues, so they're going back to... it's in the thing here. Jason Howard will be picking up
Jason
on 32.
Howard. Oh, okay. Jason Howard did... a miniseries for creator on a miniseries called, I think it's called Big Girls, a couple years ago, which I liked. And then also he worked with Warren Ellis on Trees, and I love that book. So that's very cool. Okay. Very cool.
And then someone else who I think did the Megatron story will be doing the next issue, which I think they said was Megatron based or something.
He's on the cover, yeah.
Yeah. Which makes sense. If you just did we just did an issue of just all Autobots, you got to do an issue of give those Decepticons a little love.
I'm down with that because I want to see more crazy Megatron, and B, I want to see like, I don't know. I would love to have this many pages, like kind of what we get here with like strengthening our understanding of Autobots' culture, their mores, whatever. Like, I want that with the Decepticons, so I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah. Flesh them out. That's what makes the whole Hasbro universe interesting, was that there was no two-dimensional villains. They were just as interesting as Destro was just as interesting as Barbecue, or, Soundwave was just as interesting as Hook.
Yeah.
Or whatever, Grapple, I think his name was. Yeah. So, I mean, everyone got a little moment to shine. Mostly just to sell toys, but it was,
still
also good excuse for,
Agreed.
Good excuse for storytelling. So, yeah, really enjoyed this. Hurrah.
Hurrah.
2 thumbs
So
up.
that's Transformers 30. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to talk about Ordained number 2. Drink of a Comics, I'm Sean.
Mike.